When I was in 7th grade, I came home from my science class one day, and I told my dad this cool new factoid that my science teacher had told us, that the heart is like a metronome. It never changes beat, no matter how old you are, no matter how much activity it is. And my dad responded in a way I didn't expect. He said, "No, that's actually just wrong. That's not correct." Um, And I was like a little defensive about my science teacher. I was like, who are you to tell my science teacher what's right and wrong about the heart? Like, what gives you such expertise in areas of the heart? And my dad at this point is just dumbfounded, doesn't say anything. And, as a 7th grader, I assumed that meant that I was right. So I was like, oh, it's a victory for me. But the reason that my dad was dumbfounded is because he happens to actually have a lot of expertise in that exact area as a practicing cardiologist and electrophysiologist. So he was right, but that's not the reason I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this so you feel bad for my overly patient dad. As a relatively new father myself, I get the same low level of respect that we gave our father. So he's getting his cosmic revenge. But I'm telling you this because it reminds me of something that I see every day, which is the way our system is set up. It does not allow medical professionals to actually practice medicine. And there's a difference between providing help to a medical provider, helping them make the right decision, something that Robin, I'm sure, will be able to tell you more about, and just throwing up obstacle after obstacle that gets in the way of actually delivering care. So our friend Christine uses this phrase that I really love, the journey to the chair, to talk about all of the challenges that get in the way of a patient actually getting on therapy. And in a sense, that's really what we do at SamaCare's. We focus on how do we alleviate those challenges that get in the way in that journey to the chair by focusing on reducing the time spent on prior authorizations, by reducing the likelihood of denials, by reducing the turnaround time. And I'm really honored and really pleased to be able to look out at so many of you on the practice side, on the pharmacist side, that have worked with us to actually make that happen. And it's interesting with healthcare and medicine. There's a half of medicine that's hard because it's just really hard stuff, like diagnosing complex conditions, delivering complex treatments. That's hard because it has to be hard. But then there's another part of medicine that's hard because our system makes it that way. And that is the shame, and that's the thing that we get obsessed about here at SamaCare. So while I don't have any expertise on the clinical side of things, on how to make the right treatment or how to deliver the right treatment, that's something that you all bring to bear. That's something that folks like Robin bring to bear. What we do think about is how do we make sure that every patient who's supposed to be on treatment actually gets on that treatment as quickly as possible. Because the truth is that you all deserve better, your patients deserve better. Let's all make it happen.